Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is a channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into it. It's February 1st, 2026, week 6 of the year. The market's been very busy, a lot of opportunities coming up. I'm putting out some other content on why we missing setups, while we're missing entries, while we're losing once we've gotten a profit. These are all ways to manage our risk, so that we are making sure that we're controlling our risk as we're moving forward this year. Looking like a lot of great opportunities. So let's get into the trading week. All right. We shouldn't be so long on this. Let's go to the monthly. Let's go ahead and just pop out to the monthly. Looking right here, bullish candle for NASDAQ. This is NQ futures. Looks kind of like it just kind of stayed in the middle. It didn't close above or below. So right now, overall, NQ is in consolidation. We did see it broke the previous month's high, but it was not able to hold, right? So we have this area marked out here, down here on for the weekly support. We'll use that in a second here. But overall, the trend is still up. Looks like NAS is putting in support. It's a little bit of consolidation. There are opportunities, just not a lot. You can trade the range. It's up to you. But we like to see movement above or below that range. So here we are with the weekly. As you can see right here, even that weekly support that we had 2 weeks ago, is still kind of holding, right? There was some retracement down into that area, but did not hold. So we're looking here. It bounced on that same area again, and we see how the week closed. We had a big rejection, even though it broke that high of our range. So now we have a new high of our range, and we'll kind of map it out here and here now. But with that being said, it was not able to hold, right? So we've broken the previous high. So we could probably look for things to go up from here. Again, beginning of the month, last month was, is already done. We can go ahead and move this is our high now. I'll say this is our low. So again, we broke structure here. We have a previous high, so we're looking for price to get support. Do I want to move this weekly support? All right, I'm gonna move it here because this is last week's low. Let's go back to the daily. So what we want to see is price test this area, but not break through this area for price to continue up. And this is weekly support. So probably another daily bearish candle to show support and then continue up. Our next high we need to take out is 26,650. So that's what we're looking for. That's the high of that month. Again, we've broken structure. We've seen prices slowly tick up week to week. And we see it's been very efficient in cleaning up any inconsistencies in the market. Anytime it broke out, we had some imbalances. Prices come right back into this area and clean it up. So let's look for NAS to be, continue to go ahead and be consistent and clean up these inconsistencies. So what you'll see is what we want to see here. Let's look at these 4-hour. We'll see right side ranges. You see very little imbalances left behind, right? As this is retracing, you see, your higher lower high, another lower high, another lower high. You see where resistance is constantly being put in, right? So came right back into this area of inconsistency with this balance right here. Let's see where it could possibly go to. I don't see anything other than we have this here from last week. Maybe on an hour. Let's look at the hour. I wouldn't go any lower than an hour, but as we see right here on the hour, there's a little bit of imbalance left where this wick is down here. So with that being said, with the range set here, anywhere in this area, 25, 361, we'll probably be looking for buys. Once our price put in support, like on a 4-hour level, we'll wait for that retracement to get some entries. So it's already below. So what we want to see is price probably pop up this evening and then come down and clear up all these imbalances and then take off from there. So just keep your eye out for that. Let's go over here to MES, S&P 500. So here's ES. I say MES, the charts are pretty much the same. If you're aware, there's a micro and then a mini. This is the mini. Same thing here. We'll go ahead and take a look at the month. Pretty much consolidation. S&P, we did have a daily close above the previous high. Did not break it did break the total high. I know I didn't do one last week, but we had a pop above that total high, so we have a new range. So let's take a look at the monthly. Nice bullish candle, close above the previous highs. We'd like to see that, even though we didn't get a official close above these highs, but we've broken these other opens and closes of the previous month's candles. So again, S&P overall bullish. We see it came right back into that support area that we had marked off at 68.18. Excuse me, 68.13. Let's take a look at this weekly. Monthly. Oh, this support was supposed to be here. Back to this weekly. So I can go ahead and change this candle to a weekly support. Let's look at our daily range now. So we had a break below, then it came up above here. So this will be our range now. So with this being our daily range now, we see we tapped into that 50% area where price is at a discount for buys twice last week. Let's look at this 4 hours, see if there's an opportunity that just pops out. We had an equal low that already was taken out. So I will say again, things aren't clear right now. It looks like we have a lower high. I'm going to be looking for a 4-hour shift. So we have this lower high, it's a lower high, another lower high, and a lower high. We want to see a 4-hour close above this, and it put in support. And it put in support. So right now, optimum play is for price to come just tap anywhere into this area. We see there's a bunch of buyers here for it to come back down into this area and get that support, and then we get a close above this lower high where it starts putting in right side ranges where prices continuing up. So that's what we're looking for the month to show us that it's going to continue up, and it's put in support. We do have all this area down here where weekly support is coming in. It doesn't have to come all the way down here, and we see even if it gets down to this bottom area of the range, that even pops into this 4-hour wick. So where there's a lot of buyers, there was, the equal low came right back into this area, went back up, same thing. So we have buyers in here. So it's trying to sell off, but the buyers keep stepping in. Let's see how that works out. It's 4-hour imbalance. I guess That's the only target we have. So go ahead and delete this. But that's what we're looking for. Of course, we would love to have price come back into this area. You know what? I'm gonna leave that there. We love price to come back into this area right below into the discount of the daily range. That would be optimal. So anywhere below 69.40, start looking for buys. Start looking for that shift where the 4 hour closes above the previous lower high. So, all right, let's go over here to the Dow. Here we are, the daily for the Dow. As you can see, within our range that we have set up, it has not broken above the range. We've been getting lower highs, looking like we're setting up for something. It's tapped our range, our high of our range, but really hasn't gone anywhere. So there was activity. Again, there was activity within the range that were really strong on some of these days. We got this gap down, it was strong, then this strong bearish candle the next day, then the day after. Excuse me. And as you see, we started putting in those lower high right side ranges, these bearish ranges, but all within the daily range. So nothing new or different than what we saw. We see we had this area of imbalance marked off, and it tapped right in there the previous week and came right back to it this last week. So let's look for our opportunity. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly, nice bearish bullish candle. Close above that 50% mark of the range. That's a good thing. That's the daily range. Let me hide that really quickly. Don't want to see it. There you go. So with that, again, gap up on the open, close above this high, did not close above this high. So again, still moving within this range, but it was able to take out the previous month's range high, the previous month's high. Even with it kind of staying consolidated, it was able to, as we see, still move bullish. So that's why we got to step out and take out a bigger look. Even though we were looking at the daily, it was looking like it was in consolidation for like 2 weeks. Overall, that consolidation happened where? Above the previous month. So still bullish. Weekly, look like some indecisive bearish candle. But again, that's 3 weeks. 4. It looks like week 1, what it took off. So we had some pullback, some retracements, but it did not take out a low. So again, the support is there. We haven't seen anything contrary to the fact that overall still bullish. This candle here showed it for that week, that first week, and these past 3 weeks. Looks like it's been a retracement. So nice consolidation. We're looking for that shift, right? Those 4-hour right side ranges. Let's look here. This weekly, daily opportunity. We'll go ahead and put that our range back up. Bracket structure, low, high. I'm gonna move this to here. Again, by it being in consolidation, this is where it was. We had a breaker structure here where it dipped down. So right now it's below our in the discount. So again, we're looking for those 4-hour right side ranges. That's gonna show us that momentum has shifted. Still have this area down here back in November, 4 hour that could potentially get visited. I doubt to see that it will anytime soon. But these are areas of interest. These areas right here are potential interest. So, but as long as we don't get a close below here, we're still looking for buy. So, what is this? 48,665. We don't want to see a daily close below that. If we see a daily close below that, it's highly likely it's a retracement down to this area. Highly likely. Um, so right now we're just looking for that support to be put in. Haven't necessarily seen it yet. We do see, hmm, yep. I can go ahead and do the same. Well, kind of not the same thing, but this area here, buyers are coming in to support. Hopefully, we get like a little dip down when the market opens tonight, and it'll take off from there. So again, what's our? Might as well just call it 4,900. That's our target. We want to take that out. Uh, the Dow has been kind of playing with us, but right now it looks like again it's in retracement. So it may be ready to pop. So we need to see something strong. Like these small candles here. Looks like the last 3 days was just trying to either people were getting out of the market or they were just trying to figure out, let me just hold my position for right now. Oh, I wonder how the volume was. I don't have it on this here. No worries. But this is what we're looking for. We're looking for that support in this white box area here, right below 48,731. If it doesn't get down there, it doesn't get down there. But we know, as we can see, prices come down here and reject it from this area. So there is support in this area. So okay, let's look at gold. So we had our range here, and gold put in support. It was like, we just gonna shoot up from here. Have you ever seen a move like this? And then in one day, how we look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 That's over a week. It's like a week and a half, plus or minus. And you could do 8 where it took off up here, and then we saw that rejection, and then those 8 days were all what? It went into retracement. So whoever was up here at the end of the month, they all sold and was like, I got my money, I'm out. So let's look at these opportunities. Let's look at the monthly. So on this monthly, we see we have a huge wick, right? At the top here means the sellers push the price down. Still, with all of that, the month closed above the previous month. So overall, there's no mistaking it. Gold is still super bullish. And the buyers are getting their profits. And they're taking it and running, and they'll be back in to push price up. So let's see what our opportunities are. Oh, weekly. Just drop this here. Still have this gap here and a gap here. So, this 4,600, we would love to see price just tap into this area and then create some right side ranges on the 4 hour. Right now, it's a waiting game. We need to see 4 hour start putting in right side ranges. Need to see that. Will it happen right away? Again, it's the beginning of the month. Probably not. We'll probably see that retracement. And then all of a sudden, it'll probably just start stacking. Why we have this huge imbalance here now? Because when this closed, it left all of this. There's a bunch of orders right here, man. The price is going to eventually have to come back and take care of those. Those are those inconsistencies that we talk about in the market. So we have our area here for the weekly where there's an imbalance. It almost came back and cleaned up this imbalance. But on the daily, we know. Oh, see how efficient gold was even on the way down. Let that only these two imbalances on the way down on the 4 hour. It was very methodical, very methodical. So just on the 4 hour, I don't really see anything. But let's look at our daily range now. Daily range. So, boom. Let me see here. How can I? Yeah, it's record structure here. Structure high. Yeah, this range is like super ridiculous now. Let's go ahead and mark it here, all the way up to here. That's our range now. So really, and just going back to what I said, we're really just looking for price to start putting in right side ranges for support. Will it happen in the beginning of the month? We don't know. We had this huge sell off. I don't know that people are ready to jump back in to push price higher. We shall see in the beginning of the month. Again, this is also a shorter month too, so recognize that. So, um, monthly. That's the 6 month support. So here's our previous month support. Yeah, let's just focus on man. Can't make this up. The imbalance in that weekly. Look at that. That's the support of the previous month's candle. Can't make this up. So we're looking for prices to get back here around 4,600. Put in that support and continue up. That would be best case scenario where we get the most bang for our buck. That's always down at the bottom of the range. So that would be super a super setup because what would it do? It will repeat itself. And what we're doing, we're looking to take out that high up here at 5,600. We're looking to take out that high. So this will probably be the best bang for your buck. Be patient though. Be patient. So let's go over here to Bitcoin. Here we are with Bitcoin. It's been selling off last week. Had a little pop above. I thought it was going to start running, but to alas, no. But it's right back here into this support area where you see people are buying it back up. They're not letting it drop below the support area. So low, high. See, I have this imbalance marked off right here on the daily. Let's look at the monthly and then drill out. So you see we had this imbalance here on the monthly and came back up and tapped into the area. So we have a little bit more where they can potentially get some more selling positions. So there's liquidity up there. Continue supporting this area. We see the past 4 months have been bearish. We see the volume is down though in January. We had November high volume, December high volume, then it was October. So November, December, high selling volume, it's lower here overall. So looking for some good green candles. Let's look at this weekly. Doesn't quite look like it's done. Let me look here. Yeah, still a little bit of imbalance left in this weekly. But we did have a close above this high here. Then we had a close below. So again, we're looking for support to put in. It's been showing support in this area with the buyers that price, even Yeah, price is just not going below this area. If it goes below this area, then you might want to look at some shorts. But overall, again, even Bitcoin is still up overall. Just mainly in consolidation right now. Mainly in consolidation. So it's a waiting game for Bitcoin. Waiting game for Bitcoin. So I'll go ahead and put the breaker structure high low. I'll go ahead and put the range for the current daily range. Let me zoom in. This is our current daily range. You see, again, it's at the bottom of it. So it's in a discount. So we'll be looking on the 4 hour for some opportunities. And here's that 4 hour. We want to see it break above here, pull back, and then continue up. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for with Bitcoin right now. And again, even if we can get it to this high at 98,540, that's a nice little run right here. That's a nice run. Break this high, break that high, break that high. Come right here into this imbalance, and even go all the way up here again to 98. Was it 98 600? Yeah, 98 600. Go ahead and look at the actual high, 98 590. Yeah, 98 600. That's really what we're looking for. So that's the trading plan for week 6. Again, it's February 2nd. Excuse me, the February 1st, the second month of the year. You guys stay safe out there. Have a great trading week. This is the Investment Process Channel.